Okay, here's the Volkswagen TDI Jetta, and I took the top plastic thing off already because I just changed the oil filter. But let's check the oil. This orange thing right here is a dipstick for the oil, and here we have a rag, and I like to make sure that there's enough oil in there. See that? Okay, and sometimes I like to do this a couple times because oil will stick to the sides of the walls of this and you won't get an accurate measurement unless you get all the oil off of it. So you can kind of see it's definitely full of oil. Okay, do that one more time. It's hard to get this lined up with the camera. Okay. So we have our oil dipstick, put it on the rag, and see it's got oil all the way up. Okay, and that's what the dipstick looks like, where up here is full, down there is low. You don't want it to be below low. Okay, and the neat thing about these cars is I guess you can use a oil sucker to suck the oil out so you don't have to get under the car and undo bolts or anything. And so maybe we'll try that thing out. Okay. So, zoom back. Okay, so there's the engine. There's the front of the vehicle. Okay. Okay, so I got this oil sucker from ID Parts. It came with the 80,000 mile do-it-yourself kit for changing the oil. You gotta change the oil on the transmission also. We'll do that another day. And let's take a look at what's in here. Okay. So my buddy, here's directions. I'll look at those a little bit later. My buddy also recommended. Okay, so there's our oil sucker, and it's got all sorts of stuff here. Look at all that stuff. Okay. He recommended sucking the oil out of the place where you put the oil filter in as well, but I did not do that. But you can, in principle, suck it all out of the dipstick slot. So you don't have to get under the car and undo plugs and stuff. Okay, so it looks like, I didn't even read the directions, it looks like this end kind of plugs into this hole down here. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So here we go. We got a hole here on the top of the sucking guy, and it looks like this thing, you can maybe bring it down and it will latch onto that, and I guess you can maybe twist it into place. Okay, yeah, it looks like it latches on. You twist that into place. See, there's a little latch under there. And then you have a hose. You can put a bunch of extenders onto it to make it long enough to go down your dipstick hole. And here, let's just put this one on here. I don't know if you can. What is this? Oh, maybe some kind of cleaner or something. Some kind of rod that you can use, it looks like, to ram down the hole to clean it out if it gets all yuckied up. So I'll store that one. And I guess they're both the same length. So you know what I'll do? I think I only need one of these extenders on there. So let's fix this guy up. Got the end of that guy, and let's just hook it together. Okay, and here we have our car, And we'll take our sucker thing over here. So we got our set up here. And I'm going to take the dipstick out. Okay. And hopefully set it someplace clean, like maybe inside this box over here. You don't want to get dirt inside your oil. And here we have the end of our sucker hose. We can just run it right down inside the dipstick slot. Okay. I guess it goes all the way to the bottom and it stops. Yeah, so let's just try this and see what happens. Okay. Make changing your oil fun. Look at that. Oh, look at that. See, it's sucking the oil right up. Look at that. See, the oil's coming on around. Let's suck it some more. Pump the handle. And look at that. The whole hose turned black. Let's suck the oil out of this baby and see what happens. Okay. So I forget what I paid for this, but it was definitely worth the money because this is way more fun than crawling under the car and trying to suck this to undo a bolt. Okay. So, oh, we're still taping. Yeah, good. Okay. Definitely much more fun. Okay. Okay, wow. That oil seems kind of hot. Okay. Well. Okay. I don't know if you can see from that side. If you look down here, you can kind of see the oil level. I can slosh it around so you can see there's actually oil moving around in there. It's kind of staining the edges now. And it looks like it's filling up with oil. So I think we could have possibly done the job really quickly without getting all messy under the car. Okay. I'll have to check to see how much oil needs to go in it. Then we'll get hopefully a funnel or something and try to fill it back up. Okay. Anyway. Pretty cool, huh? Let me check the level of that and see how much we've done and how much needs to be left done. Okay, I guess it got sucked to the bottom because I went up here and pulled on this hose a little bit, and now it's just like draining in like crazy now. Oh, if you can hear that. It was just running in there. You hear that running in there? I guess it got sucked to the bottom, so I had to pull the hose out just a tiny bit, half an inch. And, okay, that may be it. Okay. Let me take off this attachment, we'll see how much oil's in there. Okay. Let's screw this this thing again. Oh God. Oh, it sounds like it's still siphoning. You hear that? Okay, I guess we're not done yet. Just keep on sucking on this thing until it stops draining. Okay. Okay, I think that might be it. So, let me try to open this guy up and see. Oh my God. Have to untwist the lock. Okay. And I don't want to get this dirty either, because you don't want to get dirt in your oil, so I'm just gonna stick this down in there. Let's take a look on the inside. Looks like there's a bunch of oil in there. It almost filled the whole thing up. Look at that. Okay. So it looks like that actually sucked out the oil. So I'm going to have to get the new oil and see how much I need to stick into it. Okay. Let me take this hose out of the hole up here. And we'll see the hole? Okay. I'll just keep this whole thing in the box, I guess, so that okay, so we don't get it dirty. And let's get our dipstick back in the hole so we don't forget about it. Okay. And then, of course, where we're going to probably fill it. Take a look down here. So this is the, again for reference, this is the front of your car. This is where the dipstick is. And if I go a little bit north of it, normally this cover will be on this, and there will be a place to fill the oil right up here. Let me took that cover off so we can get to the oil filter. And here is where you add the oil. I might need two hands to get into that. Okay. Come on. Okay, I guess it does about 3/4 of a twist. And there we have the cap off. And I'm going to clean up around the edge of this, just in case there's dirt in there. I probably should have cleaned this up a little bit before I took it off, because you don't want to get the dirt down inside your motor, and you definitely don't want to drop anything in there that will screw up the engine, like bolts, or preferably not that rag. Okay, and I think we might be good to go. This actually got a pretty big opening, so we may not even need a funnel to pour the oil in. Okay, I'm going to go check to see how much we need, and then we'll try the filler back up. Okay, now that we got the oil out, I just want to check to see what it looks like with no oil on the dipstick. And so let's take a look here. So you don't really see any black oil on there, and when you rub it on the cloth, see, it's not getting the cloth all oily or anything. So we are definitely down on oil, so we'll know when we're reaching the dipstick when this status changes from no oil on the rag to getting it all dirty. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so this is what they shipped me, and here's the oil. Okay, and there's a little thing on the side so you can kind of measure about how far. So I checked on the internet, and they said it was about 4.5. Some people needed about 4.8 to get it up to the full limit. And so it's looking like, see, this is 1, 2, I don't know if you can see, there's numbers, and then there's like a clear area, so you can kind of see the oil. It's not too easy, but if you slosh it around, you can kind of see the oil level. It's about up to here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, so about 5 quarts. And they're saying it takes about 4.5, so maybe I'll get about 4 quarts into it, and then, oh gosh, and we'll try to start testing the dipstick to see how close we are. And let's see, can we see this okay? Okay, so there is. And again, you want to clean this out, make sure there's no dirt or stuff in there, because you really don't want dirt and crap getting into your oil, because that is not a good thing to have dirt in your engine. It will tear it up. The whole purpose of the oil is to lubricate the engine so it doesn't get torn up. If you have dirt in there, that will chew your engine up, even if you have oil in it. Okay, so clean that out with a kind of clean rag, and let's try putting some oil. Oh God, really? How do I open this thing? It's like a Chinese puzzle trying to figure out how to open this. Oh, okay. Okay, let's take a look here. So I guess there's a little tab thing here, and you can pull up on that. Oh God. Without breaking it, hopefully. And I guess, oh shoot, I didn't get the whole thing. Okay, I may need to get a knife to pry that off now, so I can get the plastic off the top. Let me see if I can get something, a screwdriver or something to fix that, because the plastic broke. It didn't come off all the way. Okay. Okay, here we go. I got a handy-dandy pocket knife. I'll try to get the rest of this plastic off of there. Oh, come on. Oh, maybe you're not supposed to rip that off. You're supposed to use it to pull it up. Ooh, good thing this last part didn't break. Okay, anyway. So the plastic is to help you pull this. Here, let's get this down here a little bit. It's kind of like a nipple or something. You got to pull it out. Well, that could have been a disaster. Okay. Maybe it still will be. Not able to get this nipple thing out very well. But maybe I can get my finger down in there and pull it out. Okay, anyway. You know what? I think I'm just going to have to pour it like that, because I think this thing is supposed to pop out. And it is not popping out too well for me. Okay. Here, let me fiddle with that for a second. Okay, so I guess this problem is nothing that a set of channel locks or pliers or something can't fix. Oh, look at that. Okay, there we go. Now let's try putting some oil in this thing. Okay, let's try putting some oil in this thing. think I'd rather put in a little bit too little and then check it, rather than putting a little bit too much in and trying to get it back out, because that does not seem as easy. It's a little bit more wasteful. Okay, and like I said, there's like a little clear spot here, so you can kind of see. Looks like we've got about 1.5 quarts into it, because this is down to 3.5 quarts now. So I'm going to try to go down to about the opposite of that, 3.5 into it, and about 1.5 left in here or something. And then we'll try checking the oil level and see how we're doing. Okay, looks like we're down below 3 now. Let's see, can we see that? Probably can't see that on the camera too well. Okay, so we're about down to 2. So maybe I'll just do a quick check of the oil to see how we're doing. And let me get some of this. Spill a little bit of oil in the car. So I don't think it was 1 quart though. Just a tiny bit. I'll try to get that off. Okay. Let's get a new rag. We'll test it. Okay, so here's our dipstick, and it looks like, here, can you see that? Looks like we're starting to get a little bit on the bottom of it, so we need to add some more, and let's check the dipstick again. Okay, you see that? It looks like it's starting to come up. You see that? Get it on there. So we're about halfway up now. We'll add a little bit more, and then I think we'll be done soon. Let's see. Here's our dipstick, and we're getting about halfway up, a little bit more than halfway up. So we're getting there. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking, I don't know if you can see that, it's looking pretty good. It looks like we're up all the way. Okay. So I think we're probably done. And let's look on here. It's about a 1/2 quart left in there. So let's put this, I guess this is a screw-on lid. Didn't stay screwed on too well though, it kind of broke. Let's put that away for when we need oil next time. And let's put the cap back on our oil thing. Let's take a look here. Here's our oil compartment, and there's our cap, and we'll get that lined up on there. Come on. Okay. Lock it into place. Okay. And then we have this plastic thing that goes back on over the engine, and it's kind of got back down into place. Let me put this thing back up. Okay. And I think we are all set. So anyway, this is Dr. James, and thanks for watching.